It was just an idea when this encounter was first introduced in the year 2004 to mark the 150th anniversary of St. Anthony's College, Kandy. And 20 years later, St. Anthony's College hosts St. Thomas's College here at CRNFC grounds under the lights. And this is the 13th edition of Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Trophy. This game has moved on from just being a game to a game filled with tradition and a lot of pride. Welcome, Romario de Silva. Quite a lovely evening this is here at Longdon Place.
Indeed, a lovely evening as the sun sets here at CRNFC grounds. Well, the weather looks a bit overcast, but there are blue skies as well, as both teams will no doubt be eager to end their 2025 season with a win.
We'll quickly have a look at the tally of this prestigious encounter. 11 matches have been played as of now. 5 wins for St. Anthony's, last win coming under Sahan Keita City in the year 2003, and for St. Thomas's they are leading by a slender 1, and they have 6 wins behind their name, and their last win coming last year. And yes, few games were missed in between 2011 and 2023, and we have got the trophy back on track. And both teams, of course, not the end that they've wanted with the season. St. Anthony's losing to Mahanama cheaply, 40 points to 5 at home, and St. Thomas's losing few important traditional fixtures. And these are the last 5 results for both the schools in the Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Trophy. St. Thomas's winning against St. Anthony's 24-17 in 2024. St. Anthony's beating St. Thomas's at Pallekele 34 points to 17. St. Thomas's beating St. Anthony's 32-25 in 2022. St. Anthony's losing by 2 points to St. Thomas's in 2018. And St. Thomas's a comprehensive win in 2018, 41 points to 11. And St. Anthony's won that game in 2023 after 13 long years, and they will be hoping that they can repeat that feat in 2023 here at CRNFC.
Indeed, they will no doubt be hoping to repeat that feat, but it won't be an easy one, as St. Thomas's College will come all guns blazing.
Well, these are the season stats. St. Anthony's have played 10 matches, while St. Thomas's have played 12. 4 wins for St. Anthony's, 7 for St. Thomas's. And St. Anthony's were, of course, crowned bowl champions. Not where they would have expected to end up in when the season started, but they will take it from how their first 4 matches went. 4 losses in a row for them. And for St. Thomas's, they were in contention of being the cup champions. Unfortunately, had to end up on the 4th place. Some close losses. Those losses would have broken those Thomian souls, because they were very close encounters, and they will be hoping that they can end their season on a high. They have another match coming up as well against Royal College, but well, I beg your pardon, this is their final match as well, so they will be hoping to end this game on a high note as well.
Indeed, both teams have played most of their season, and they've come to the final game. And what a way it'll be to end the season with the Reverend Father Rosati Trophy. If they can secure it, I'm sure it'll no doubt put a bit of a sheen on their season.
St. Thomas is, of course, heavy favourites to win this game, but the last few results haven't really gone in their favour, all being close encounters. And now the dignitaries are being introduced for the 2 teams, and they are as follows: Mr. Asanka Pereira, acting warden of St. Thomas's College; Mr. Priyantha Vijayakon, sports coordinator of St. Anthony's College, Kandy; Mr. Sumit Disanayaka, prefect of games, St. Anthony's College, Kandy; and our chief guest, Mr. Murshid Maharuf, former president of St. Anthony's College OBA Colombo branch, and he's also a representative of the Antonian Group 88, who are also the co-sponsors of this match. And This is going to be a cracker of a game here at CRNFC. Coincidentally, St. Anthony's College started their season here at CRNFC under lights against Trinity. That game didn't go in their way. It was far from their best performance, and they will close this season out here at CRNFC under lights. And quite fascinating, isn't it? A Kandy school hosting a Colombo school here at Colombo.
Indeed, I think they will no doubt be hoping to end the season on a high, but of course it's quite surprising to see a team from Kandy coming down to Colombo to host a team from Colombo. Don't see that too often, but having said that, St. Anthony's will be hoping that the season ends not the way it began.
Absolutely, and this is the Antonian team being introduced to the dignitaries by the skipper Omita Disanayaka. The last few games for St. Thomas's would have really broken them into pieces. They had the game for most parts, but in the tying moments they just let it slip away, especially that Royal game. They were all in to win the game and win the trophy, but in the dying seconds Royal pulled up a massive performance to beat St. Thomas's. They will be hoping that it doesn't repeat here today. As I said before, they are the heavy favorites coming into the game. St. Anthony's, of course, the bowl champions. Did so well in the bowl segment, except for that final game against Mahanam, where they were caught off guard at home in Nithavala.
Well, Kevin, if the favorites tag is anything to go by this last weekend, a few favorites did not finish on the winning side. St. Peter's, Trinity, and even the All Blacks, they all faced defeat. So, well, the favorites tag is just something the fans and the people looking on put on to your team, but it'll no doubt be a burden when it comes to these sort of games. But as you rightly said, St. Thomas's College, they had the last 3 games all going down to the wire, and they lost to St. Thomas, to Royal College, to Wesley College, and to St. Joseph's College. So they'll be bitterly disappointed and will be no doubt eager to set the record straight before they end the 2025 season. A season in which they had quite a few hopes set on it, just to go south in the last few weeks.
Well, St. Anthony's has the opportunity to upset the apple cart here at CRNFC. And if they do so, they will equal that tally, 6 games each. And it is not going to be easy for St. Thomas's. The Antonians will give their best here at CRNFC, and we are just moments away from the kickoff.
By the looks of it, it'll be St. Thomas's College to kick off from right to left on your screen. Ishank Abekun will be the referee, with Suranga Arunashant assisting him from one touch line, and Tarindu on the other.
Udan Bulat Singhalagi with the kickoff, and we are off. It is Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Memorial Trophy. Ravindra Gregory taken to the ground straight away, and Deshan Lenage goes towards Randir Pereira to Lakmina. Quick hands from the Antonians. Here's Gunawardana finding some space, running through here. St. Anthony's off to a flyer, have got on to the Tomian 50. Randir Pereira. This boy has been all around the papers for the last few weeks. A sloppy pass there, but the Antonians find a way to retain possession. They're heading towards the 22 here. Here's Lakmina with sidestepping, just slipping there. Look at that dust coming off the ground. Disanayaka Goes to Sampath and Randir Pereira finds some space. Randir Pereira has got the Antonians into the 22. Brilliant passage of play for the Antonians. Awan Ekanaik goes down, makes the ball available. This is where the Antonians have to be patient here. They have created all the momentum, and it is up to them to find the final touches. Disanaika goes centre field. St. Anthony is going pod by pod, and they have an advantage coming their way as well. Disanaika waits for the right moment, puts the ball in. Deshan again puts in the chip kick. Can Randir Pereira get behind it? Just out of his reach.
Lovely piece of play there by the first receiver for St. Anthony's College. He spotted that the St. Thomas's College covering defender was out of position, but just at the final bounce, the ball went away from the chaser and not into his grateful grasp.
Well, as said before, St. Anthony's do have an advantage. Line offside, there was the call from the referee, Shankar Bekun. Lianagi puts the ball out. So will be a line out just 5-6 meters in from the 22-meter mark. Well, St. Anthony's came all the way from their own half towards the Thomian 22 with some lovely passes and some quick passes and some good running in between them as well. Decent line out. The Antonians have formed the rolling ball here. They are driving forward. The Thomian defense have turned it over. Brilliant work from St. Thomas's, and the clearance kick will now come and has taken play away momentarily. St. Anthony's will have a line out outside that 22-meter mark. The opportunity was there for the Antonians to start off with a try, with some points on the board, but it has gone begging. But they have clearly shown early signs of that they are not here to sit back. They will give everything that they have, and here's Awan Ekanaika with the line out. Ekanaika goes deep with the throw in, and St. Anthony's have a broken play, a sloppy pass there, but Randir Pereira will get around it, and the Antonians do find some space there. Here's Randir Pereira to the Disanaika. Disanaika goes towards Ekanaika. We are into the 4th minute of the game, and the Thomians have at least spent 3 minutes inside their own half in danger territory, and
St. Anthony's College still keeping hold of possession, even though they are unable to break through that Thomian defensive line. A couple of half breaks coming in early on, but still St. Thomas's College holding on for dear life, conceding a few penalties, but haven't disturbed the scorers, have St. Anthony's College.
And the Antonians have another chance here. That was a good touch find from Deshan Lianagi. This was the replay.
Stay on the line. Ball.
And the Antonians form the ball again. And they drive forward now. They've done it quite a few times. And St. Anthony's have scored the first try here at CRNFC. It was always coming, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was just a matter of time before St. Anthony's College got on the scorers, and well, it took them 5 minutes, but better late than never for St. Anthony's, as St. Thomas's College have not been able to repel this surge by the visitors.
Straight away under pressure are the Thomians. Here's Lavinia, one of the top scorers of the season, with 76 points behind his name. Has the opportunity to add 2 more points for the Antonians, and Lavinia's kick just goes out. So the score will remain St. Anthony's 5 and St. Thomas has nailed the first time on a bank strike for the Antonians.
Great passage of ball retention by St. Anthony's College, and after a couple of penalties conceded by St. Thomas's, the kick to touch, they failed from the maul on the opposite side, but this time around, on the second time of asking St. Anthony's College and their forwards, they managed to get a better body position and go over.
Udan goes deep again with his great start kick. Disanayaka deciding to go on his own. Lianage to Kodikara. Positive rugby from the Antonians. They are not looking to clear. They're looking to just run through, but that didn't work in their favor, as they have committed an offense there. So here's the opportunity for St. Thomas's to hit right back at the Antonians.
Just trying to run from inside their own half once too many are the St. Anthony's College players there. Good defense coming in by Mikhail in the previous passage of play. They did have a quick ball, did St. Anthony's, but just got isolated, hit the fullback, and some good ball work there at the breakdown. Getting over with a strong body position was the Thomian player, and he wins the penalty for St. Thomas's College. Now it'll be interesting to see what sort of a defense St. Anthony's have brought about.
Release.
Looks like the Thomians are
You're going off it.
inching towards that whitewash.
Rolling.
But
Back,
can
back,
they
last
get over? Can they apply pressure straight back at the Antonians after conceding that try
Go back.
from the other end?
Back.
So far, good from the Antonian defense, but they have to be very careful not to give away any penalties here. Here's relaxing a little bit with a quick pass. Antonians haven't really got a breakthrough through that Antonian defense as of now.
Back, back.
Here's the big number 8. Mikhail Karnaratne.
That's good.
And the Thomians have just knocked the ball forward. A bit of patience is what was required from the Thomians, but slippery hands made sure that they lose position now from good territory.
Well, good passage of defense there by the St. Anthony's College players, and as Sabir went to collect that ball, well, in fact he did collect it, but
5.
Pereira got in his way,
Set.
rather his leg got in his way, as Sabir failed to clear the ball out. St. Anthony's now from inside their own half. Well, they knock it on themselves. So a comedy of errors here by the two teams. Hands letting them down. too sure who that was for St. Anthony's, but a good pass as well. Just unable to hang on was the Antonian as he leaves the ball behind now. Gives away yet another attacking
Crouch.
opportunity for St. Thomas's College, and I'm sure they will go hammer and tongs here at St. Anthony's.
Couch. Bye. Set. Steady. Steady.
Here's Sabri.
All in. Flanker.
Thomas's have to score
Roll
here
away.
because they've got a golden opportunity. Here's Bulab Singh, Udan Bulab Singh with the breakthrough. Just few meters away. And the Thomians have gone over to score their first Amana Bank try of the game. They were quick to hit back at the Antonians. And St. Anthony's will be really disappointed. They wouldn't have expected to concede right after scoring from the other end. But this game has got onto a flyer. Comedy of errors from both teams have made sure that both teams score before the 10th minute mark.
St. Anthony's College defense just not up to the task as St. Thomas's break through, and they break through for their opening try of the game. Now Mayank Dias with his left foot, friendly angle, makes no mistake, puts St. Thomas's College into the lead. A slender 2-point lead going into the 12th minute. And off screen we can see the referee just getting a few running repairs. Communication systems just not up to scratch. As we see the replay of that try, it was the play in the number 2 jumper. He took it and went over for St. Anthony's, for St. Thomas's College, rather, beg your pardon. That was Ian Pereira for St. Thomas's College. Slight hold up in play as the referee sorts his communication systems out. Both teams getting an opportunity to just catch their breath.
With the restart. Goes deep. St. Thomas's returns the favor with a kick. Finds some space there. Randir Pereira goes out wide, but the Thomians have done really well to turn it over. And Udan will put in the clearance, will fall straight into the hands of Umita Disanaika. Now running centre field.
Last foot.
This has been end-to-end rugby from both the teams. St. Anthony's scored first. St. Thomas's from the other end equalized, or rather went into the lead, and St. Thomas's have now have to do the defending, and that they have won back position there.
Slight knock on there by the St. Anthony's College player. Scrum off. In fact, after the kick was
Set.
charged down, there was a slight knock on, and that's why we are coming back for the scrum in favour of St. Thomas's. Udan to Ali. Beats a couple of players, but he's brought down.
St. Thomas is will
Take
look
an
for
in.
that clearance, and they do get it. But the Antonians had a player right there. It was Umutan Sarnaik, the skipper, to get under the ball, and he has made a few yards. The Antonians are inside the Thomian 22.
No, roll away.
Good work from the Antonian forwards.
Use it.
They have taken themselves into good territory.
Tackle.
St. Anthony's inching forward here with the help of their bigger front row players.
Roll away.
They are just a few meters away from the whitewash.
No, go back. Release. Tackle.
St. Anthony's. Can they go over here? Yes, they will. The grounding is clean. That is the second arm on a bank try for the Antonians, and it came off Denuka Jayasundar.
Number 13 off.
Brilliant work from the Antonians.
And straight away, St. Thomas's College bringing on the experienced centre, Sanesh Kalina Gunavardhana, as the kick is converted successfully by the Antonian fullback, Kalpa Lakmina, that is. So St. Anthony's College regain the lead and restore that 5-point buffer. Both teams striking back in a quick succession in reply to conceding, and this time around St. Anthony's managing to get the extras as well.
12 points to 7. Handy early leader for the Antonians here at Longdon Place. Both teams committing errors defensively early on in this game.
Time back on.
Udan with the restart. This is where the Antonians have to be careful. The last time they scored, they conceded a try quickly from the other end. Here's Kodikara. And the Thomians have done well again to turn over things. This is good from them. Again, sloppy defensive work from the Antonians. Here's the big Karunaratne. Thomians are slowly crawling into that 22. Udan. This has been entertaining rugby so far, despite all the error-prone defensive work from both teams. And St. Anthony's now have to defend well here. Here's the Thomian wing, who has been dragged out of touch by Gunavardhana. Good work there.
Bundle into touch there was the St. Thomas's College winger. They chanced their arm and tried to work it across.
Number 18
Unfortunately, Sabir just unable to stay in the field of play. Good defensive work by the Antonian number 14 as well. Johan Gunavardhana, that is. Now the onus is back on St. Anthony's College, and for them to exit from inside their 22-meter line.
Ball. One.
St. Anthony's will be looking to get the ball out and clear their lines, but for the moment, well, they have won themselves a penalty there, so they have the chance to get out of danger.
Indeed, I think it was a bit of a silly penalty there gifted to St. Anthony's College by the St. Thomas's College player in their opponent's red zone. All they need to do is just make sure they don't concede penalties, but that's
31,
exactly
31.
what they did.
31.
Here you see the replay there after that maul was set up. The referee said once,
Mark here.
but and the player broke away. However, there the tackler did not release and roll away in time.
31
So time
out.
has been switched off. Still a bit of communication issues faced by the referee, but
Blue, ready down, blue.
3 tries into the game. Pereira scored for St. Thomas's.
41.
Line out,
Line out, captain.
not
Line out,
successful. Crooked on the rotation by the St. Anthony's, by the Thomian rather, or in fact by the St. Anthony's College player, beg your pardon. Now a scrum in favour of St. Thomas's College. Still pretty much within striking distance.
Set.
They'll no doubt be looking to make this count.
Ball is available.
Fed in by their number 9. To the line they go. Here's Udan wrapping in at second receiver. Let the ball bounce and to the line they go. Avishka Pereira, that is step in.
Play on.
Knocked back by St. Anthony's College. St. Anthony's College somehow managing to secure possession, recycle things. Still inside their 22. Have the option of going out on the full, but they do not do so. St. Thomas's College through their fullback step in. Now Avishka Pereira, that is in the number 11 jumper, secures things up, cleans things up for his team.
Last foot.
From the base goes their nippy number 9 rather. Vikramasuriya that was. However, a penalty goes the way of St. Thomas's College. St. Anthony's College player just leaving his, or rather losing his, or well in fact just trying to jump over the tackle.
Well, find some good medias there. The Thomians are with their touch finder. They have been given another opportunity by the Antonians.
Okay.
Throw-in is good from the Thomians, and they are trying to go with that dragon ball. It is Karunaratne. Hamid. Udan goes towards Join. Sanish Garada. And St. Thomas's are inching forward here. And they have the try line now within their eyesight, but desperate defense coming in from the Antonians. They've been asked to release. And just like that, St. Thomas's have made a golden chance go in wind. Really good work there by the Antonian defense in that occasion. And now Deshan Lienagi will try his best to take play away as far as he can, but the kick stays in. Brilliant run there by Avishka Pereira.
No.
Avishka Pereira, well, a great run there by the winger, but he was raced and dumped on his backside as we see that replay there. Gracefully collects that touch finder that did not find touch, puts on a bit of footwork, goes through the heart of the defense like a hot knife through butter, but just ran into that Antonian player who races him, tips him and dumps him on the floor. Not too sure who that was for St. Anthony's, but I'm sure he will be in danger. And the
Captain.
colour of the card
Captain.
is what
Captain.
the referee will have to make his mind up about.
Tackle. Yellow card.
Really silly there from the Antonians, and they will go down to 14 when that is Akesh Sampath rather, who has been given the yellow card. He will spend the next 10 minutes in the sin bin. Here's a replay
Time
of
back
that.
on.
Very unnecessary. St. Thomas is now have another really good chance to score.
Centre mark.
Fabulous kick there by Udan Bulat Sinhalage. Finds himself and his team just
Blue,
5 meters
blue.
out. Puts them
Anthony.
rather just 5 meters out from their opponent's try line. Now a golden opportunity for them to strike back straight away.
Release.
Well, goes deep. The jumper doesn't get hold of the ball, but the Thomians have somehow managed to hold on to position here.
Back.
And they have the try line now within their reach now of the Thomians. It's just a matter of time for them to go over and score. But will they do so? No, they won't. No, they won't.
In fact, no, they won't, Kevin. Slight knock-on coming in there. Bit of white line fever there by the St. Anthony's players, by the St. Thomas's players rather, beg your pardon.
Back.
Did all the hard work coming in just a
behind,
couple of
Peter.
meters
Get
out
behind.
from the try line. However, falling short through a knock-on, and now it will be a goal line dropout.
St. Thomas is back again with their attack, going nowhere there with that run. He was going sideways. Well, the Antonian defense have done well quite a few times to keep danger away. The Thomians had the chance to go over and score, but they just lost possession more often than not. But they do have another chance here. Udan with a brilliant cutback.
Release it.
Again and again, St. Thomas's just can't keep hold of the ball. Quick thinking there from the skipper, Mutadisanaika. He runs, he kicks the ball deep. Is there anyone to chase it and collect it? But the Antonians have territory advantage here. Fall straight into the hands of Pereira. Pereira now really up to go on his own. He has been brought down there.
Number 7. Back.
Offside is called there by the referee after Sinister booted the ball. He was just unable to put his teammates onside as he was brought to the floor, and St. Anthony's College have turned defense into attack. Now in prime attacking position on the field inside the opponent's 22-meter line. And Kevin, if only St. Anthony's played like this during the first few games, I'm sure the results would have been drastically different.
Suranga.
Well, absolutely, and they have really stepped up here in their final game of the season, are the Antonians. This is, of course, the 12th edition of the Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Memorial Trophy. This was...
yeah, you see that replay there. Seneshka put in that kick, but all his teammates were offside.
Time back on.
And once that tackle was made and
Offside.
St. Anthony's
Number
College
7.
lost the ball, the referee was only going back for that penalty advantage.
Lienagate takes play closer. Awane Kanayaka will have the opportunity
Number 16.
to take a good line-out throw here and give the chance for the Antonians to score again. We are into the 28th minute of the game. St. Anthony's with a 12-7 lead, and that they have an opportunity now to make it 17-7. Here's Ekanayaka with the throw-in. Kingston collects it with the jump. St. Anthony's with the maul.
Use it.
Good work so far from the Thomian defense. They didn't let that maul go anywhere. But St. Anthony's will hold on to position here. Johan Kingston being brought down to the ground. St. Anthony's going up pod by pod here. They have to be very, very calm and composed here are the Antonians. Nisa Naika goes towards Ekanaika. No space given there for the Antonian forwards by the Thomian defense.
Stay. Use it.
Great tackle there by Aluviara.
Penalty advantage. Offside.
Nisa Naika goes towards his left. Slipped again. Can the Antonians hold on to position? Can they go forward? Sanit Ratnaik.
Back. Last foot. Go back.
Really good work from St. Thomas's to keep this surge away. But we will go back to a previous advantage.
Massive defense there by the Thomians, not letting their
Number 2.
counterparts
Offside.
break through the line. Some
Captain.
big hits coming in
Captain.
by Aluviara, Makail Karunaratne pushing the ball carrier back, and now St. Anthony's with nothing really going their way, they opt for the 3 points. So a psychological win for St. Thomas's College, not conceding the try.
Interesting call from the Antonians. They have gone, or rather opted to go for points. Here's a Lavinia lining himself up for a conventional kick, and he makes no mistake as St. Anthony's go 15, or rather they are in the back foot. St. Anthony's 15, St. Thomas is 7. St. Thomas's goes deep again with the restart kick. St. Anthony's returns the favour, goes out. So will be a line out throw right inside that 50-meter mark.
They do really well, St. Anthony's College, not putting unnecessary pressure on themselves. Collects the restart and boots it out straight into Dutch. Now St. Thomas's, they will have to build from just inside their opponent's half.
Well, St. Anthony's back to their original 15 men. Akesh Sampath has made his way in.
All away. Back.
Deshan Lienagate will slot the ball and just fall behind that Thomian, but he somehow manages to retain position. He tries to chip the ball over. and have lost possession. But
it'll be interesting to see if we can get a replay of that kick receive. Just before that, whether the St. Thomas's player did he lose a ball forward?
No, number 8.
Well, from where I'm watching, I thought he did, even though he was running backwards.
Coach!
But whatever
Ball.
said and done, St. Thomas's
Set.
are throwing it into the
Steady.
scrum inside their opponent's half.
4 minutes away from the half-time break, and St. Thomas's will be looking to cut the deficit, but those kind of passes won't help their cause. Another grubber from the Thonians, but St. Anthony's will hold on to that, and they are on the move. This time they will chip the ball over. Can they get behind it? No, they can't, but they do have the territory advantage. St. Thomas's will be looking to clear the lines as soon as they can. They know the danger of
Use it!
retaining possession inside their own half. St. Anthony's have more or less countered back at them, and that is not a good clearance.
Indeed, far from his best clearance, that is for Udan.
Right.
Skewed off the outside of the boot. Did that clearance. 8 points to the good are the Antonians.
The St. Thomas's really didn't start with their usual 15. It was Sabir who was playing as a scrum half, and just after conceding that first stride, they made the changes and brought back their original 15. The Thomians, and now St. Anthony's with the line-out throw have done well, and that is a good step in by the deputy skipper Gregory. Kingston now with some space. This is a brilliant chance for the Antonians to just increase that deficit.
Release it!
They score,
Release!
they will go up to 20 points. With just a minute away from the halftime break. If they can score here, they will be really happy. Here's Sampath. Good defensive work.
Kevin.
Few meters away now.
Fastwood, go back!
Are the Antonians. Lisana goes towards the center. Lisana again collects it. Loses his step. Gets onto the ground. But still with possession are the Antonians. Have they gone over? Not yet.
Decision time. Will be quite hard to see if the St. Anthony's player did get it down on the line. Let's have a look.
Well. The try has been awarded. What an opening half for the Antonians. They go up 20 points to 7.
Unsure about who dotted down. Plenty of dust on these players' jerseys, making it a bit difficult for us to spot the number.
Lavinia now has the opportunity to make it 22-7. And Lavinia makes no mistakes with it. St. Anthony's have themselves a 15-point lead going into the halftime break. What have we seen here at CRNFC? St. Thomas's, the heavy favorites, have been given a shocker performance by the Antonians.
Yes, indeed, Kevin, and we can also see the body language of the two teams. St. Thomas's players seem to be in a bit of a shell, while the Antonians are having a spring in their step as they run back to the sheds for half time.
Well, here's a confirmation of that halftime score. St. Anthony's 22, St. Thomas's 7. A brilliant first half performance by the Antonians. And if this is what we will have in the second half, it'll be another day of upsets where the favorites have been beaten. And with that, we will go for a very short commercial break. On the other side, we'll bring you action from the second half.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine, just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit, never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරනවා මේ හොලිඩේ එකේ no phones. ස්කෝර් එක
85යි.
ස්කෝර් එක
මගේ නම 90යි.
so many scores. මොනවද මේ ස්කෝර්?
මේ SoftLogic Life Health Score. ඔබ SoftLogic customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න, ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරලා health එක manage කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය. ඔබ SoftLogic Life customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න, ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරලා health එක manage කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Saratama enjoy karana party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
This summer, Sri Lanka sets foot in Zimbabwe for a battle of skill, strength and spirit. Sri Lanka Tour of Zimbabwe 2025. Live on the Papare 1, the Papare 1 HD and Dialog ViU.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිබිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when a lemon.
rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
And it's through. Shan Al-Tam wins the rugby.
Watch it live, only on Dialog Television, the Dialog ViU app and ThePapare.com.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
111th Sri Lankan Nationals 2025 Tennis Tournament. Watch live on the Papare.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Link Natural Cramp Guard Plus. No more suffering from muscle cramps. The herbal specialist for muscle cramps. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Are you okay?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස්ට
Thormians have already waiting for the Antonians to make their way, as St. Anthony's have got on to an exceptional start here at the Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Memorial Trophy. 22-7 was the score when we went into the halftime break. It was the Antonians who started off proceedings with a try. St. Thomas's hit back quick at the other end, but since then it has been all St. Anthony's, and not as if the Thormians didn't have any chances, Romario. They had quite a few chances, but they just were a bit too sloppy.
Fortunately, just unable to add the finishing touches for the Thormians, but St. Anthony's on the other hand, they made no mistake of the opportunities that they received. Squandered a couple themselves, but somehow managed to get 3 tries to their name.
Well, the game is far from over. The Thormians are a much better outfit than what they've shown us in the first half. They will be looking to come back strong in this second half to make a comeback here. But it is not going to be easy, because the Antonians have a healthy 15-point lead going into the second half. This was that final conversion from Kalpalakmina right before that a halftime whistle went off. And we are back again as Teshan Lianage will be taking the restart kick. We have seen plenty of weird things happen in this season. Some exceptional comebacks from most teams, but can St. Thomas has produced one here.
Clearance there by the Thomian kicker. Tried to be a bit too cheeky, did the Antonian player there. Trying to control it with his legs rather than his hands. Mike Diaz was the kicker. And the Antonian there just unable to control the ball.
Pereira's throw-in was good. Here's the big Karuna Ratna. St. Thomas's have shown the intent straight off. And good work there from Udan. Going hard at Lavinia there. No space whatsoever for the Antonians to find that clearance kick. But now they will look to go for Deshan Lianage. And Lianage will slot the ball up. And it will go out, so will be a line out for St. Thomas's. Not a lot of meters gained from that clearance. But for the moment, the Antonians are away from danger.
Udan Bulat Singalage is a man on the floor. I think after he made that bear hug tackle on his opponent, just seemed to have fallen on his head, I think, by the looks of it. Let's have a look. There you go. Next does all the right work there, does Udan. Bear hugs his opponent, and there you go. His head just gets sandwiched between the floor and his opponent's hand.
Unfortunate for the young man. Hopefully he'll be back on his feet. Udan is being checked by the medics out there. They will do all the necessary checking to see whether he's concussed, whether he's ready to continue. And he has been given the okay.
Time back on.
Pereira now have an important throw-in to make. What just happened there? What just happened there? Comical from the Thomian point of view. St. Anthony's have one back position. There is numbers on the outside. Gunawardene. He has the speed. He beats one man, but has been brought down with a heavy hit. And the Antonians are making strides here. St. Thomas has got ever so close in the other side.
No.
But they have no one but themselves to be blamed. Here's Lianage. Goes towards Insaf.
High tackle.
The Antonians have now got into the Thomian 22. Here's Ekanaika. Still on his feet is Ekanaika. Finally has been brought down. Disanaika goes towards Lianage. Lianage tries for the drop goal.
No. Back to the penalty advantage.
And it doesn't go through.
Off target there by the St. Anthony's College player, first receiver, trying to get in a cheeky drop goal, but just doesn't have the radar. The referee is coming back for the high tackle advantage that he played.
Well, that is the first time I've seen the Antonians try for that drop goal all throughout the season. And now Lianage slots in a good touch finder. St. Anthony's will have a good line out throw coming their way. That was the replay of that high tackle.
bit harsh, you could say there, Kevin. Big man was the tackler. And
Sunday.
the St. Anthony's player was quite small compared to his tackler, but referee deemed that the AR in fact deemed that it was a high shot in the penalty game.
Here's Ekanaka with the throw in. St. Anthony's will go for that maul again. This time they are moving forward. Ekanaka with precision running sideways rather. The Thomian defender gave him no chance to move forward, but St. Anthony's
use it.
Have the opportunity now.
Release.
Sampat. And the Antonians will go under the post. But the try has not been awarded yet. Referee Shankar Pekon needs to have a word with his AR.
By the looks of it, I think the ball was knocked forward.
Yeah, no try.
There you go. There's a decision. Slight knock on there by the Antonian. Just a couple of meters out from the try line. Made a good headway. Breaking the gain line. But there you go. There you see the ball being lost forward. That's how it popped up for the try scorer to gather it and
time off.
Crash over under the post, but not meant to be.
A defensive scrum now for the Thomians. They have zero leaving to make any mistakes here. The Thomians.
Time back on. Couch. Bye.
Here's Vikram Surya.
Steady.
Waiting to feed the ball in. Vikram Surya feeds it in. And Karuna Ratna with that number 8 break.
Last foot.
The clearance kick should come. It does come and doesn't go out, just kept it in there. Good work there from Lianagi.
No.
Lakhmina now picked the ball, ran, brought down.
Great piece of defensive work there by the St. Thomas's player in the number 20 jumper. That was Vijay Singh who got over the ball and proved to be in too good a position to be turned to be cleaned out rather. There you see that, and wins the penalty for St. Thomas's, and a massive kick comes in by Bulat Singalage. He seems to be there doesn't seem to be any signs of concussion by Bulat Singalage.
Well, he have to play a major part if St. Thomas's are to make a comeback here. 5 minutes from the halftime break, or rather the restart of the second half, and St. Thomas's now have a line out just inside that 40-meter mark. Bulat Singalage goes towards his player who was charging in. Udan again clears it out. Pereira goes towards his wing. And they have been dragged out. St. Thomas is making strides here. They are inching closer towards that whitewash. And do they have the legs to go over there?
Number?
Referee
nine.
Shankar Bekut.
Number 9. Number 9. Not 10 meter.
Warns the Antonian number 10. Probably another card is coming out. Well, it is the Antonian skipper who has been sent into the sin bin. They are down to 14 men again, are the Antonians.
Not too sure why the yellow card was shown there to the Antonian skipper. But now, St. Thomas's College with a man to the good and straight away up for a scrum. And they are one man over their opponents in this back line. What will they do?
Bulldozing run there from the Tonian number 8, Karna Rahman. St. Thomas is now within the reach of the whitewash. Not the first time we've seen St. Thomas's lose possession from good territory. And by the looks of it, it won't be the last either, Romario.
Indeed, I think the Tomian hooker that was in the number 2 jumper, the player who scored their only try, Ian Pereira. He thought he was not held, but the referee thought otherwise. As we see the replay there. There you go, well.
Blue.
On the second viewing,
Lavinia, number 1,
did
number
look
1,
like he
number
wasn't
1.
held, but the
Number 1,
referee thought otherwise.
Gap take.
Lavinia with the touch finder takes play inside the 50-meter mark. St. Anthony's have got themselves back into the Tony 50. Still scoreless since the restart. But the Tomians, they had the opportunity to make it a 10-point game or even an 8-point game, but similar to the first half, they just can't find those finishing touches here. The boys from North Lavinia. Goes deep again with the throw-in. Crooked was the call. One of the rare errors that Aiken Naika has committed all throughout the day.
Line out. Mark here.
You see the replay there. The Antonian player takes time to throw in. However, he is unable to throw in straight. And now a scrum has been called by St. Thomas's College.
Vikramasuriya will collect it out. There was some space. He is making his way towards the whitewash, but that pass was not the best. But St. Thomas's hold on to possession, and St. Thomas's will go over to score their second Amana bank try, and that is Saneshka who goes over to score that try. Saneshka Liana Gunawardana takes St. Thomas's back into the game, makes it a 10-point game.
What a try there by Saneshka Liana Gunawardana. Well, in fact, he added the finishing touch to it. Hard working center. Try has been awarded. St. Thomas's College strike. The game is wide open here at London Place, Kevin.
It certainly is.
Really?
Conversion from the touchline is good. Mayank Dias adds the extras. 14 plays 22 here at London Place as St. Thomas's College come straight away back into the game.
Number
Still
11
trailing by 8 points though,
Number
as
11.
we see that replay there. Good bust
11.
up made by the player, the number 22 jumper. And then he got the inside ball. Not the best of passes, but Liana Gunawardana does really well and dives over. Hurts his shoulder, but good to continue.
Knock on advantage.
It's an 8-point game now. Only the second try that St. Thomas have scored.
Advantage
so far.
over.
Randir Pereira beats one man. Randir Pereira beats two. He gets closer, puts the ball to Lienage, and Lienage will go over to score an Amara back try for the Antonians. That was quick, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. St. Anthony's College strike back straight away, and that caught every one of us off guard. Lienage is the player who added the finishing touches to Randiv's sublime run.
Well, most of the credits have to be given to Randir Pereira. Look at that run. He took the ball. He beat one
30
man.
seconds.
He just ran and ran and ran before he was brought down there. And all he had to do there was just put in that pass to Lienage. And as easy as it gets, Lienage just dives over. And Lakmina misses the conversion. But never mind, St. Anthony's have a 13-point lead.
Indeed, they do have a 13-point lead, but don't see that too often.
Number 11.
Avishka Pereira
Number 11.
missing a one-on-one tackle.
Number 11.
He did make up by running backwards and bringing Randiv down, but I think by the time he did that, Randiv had made all the difference with that slicing run to the heart of the Thomian defense.
Udan goes deep again. Good take there by the Antonian.
Taken in.
A box kick coming in now, but fortunately, possession still with St. Anthony's.
Back, last foot.
Charged in by the Thomian there. And yet again, Randir Pereira's kick going nowhere. But quick to recover are the Antonians. Here's Pereira. Goes towards Udan. Udan to Karunaratne. Karunaratne goes towards Senishka. St. Thomas is looking to hit back at the Antonians.
Release!
They have got closer and closer. Senishka again. Good defensive work. There from the Antonians and they have turned over possession.
They are pumped up, are the Antonians. Great piece of defense there. Look like the Thomians had splintered their defense, but some great cover defense coming in by the players from the far side. At the second time of asking, they did make their tackles.
Crouch!
And St. Thomas as well. A promising attack comes to an end.
Set!
Well,
Steady,
the youngster, Dion Anthony's, will take over duties as a scrum off for the Antonians. He has been good in the limited time that he has been given throughout the season.
A crucial scrum.
Couch!
inside their red
Bye.
zone. All
Set.
St. Anthony's players.
Steady.
Dion feeds
All
it
in.
at the tail, at the boot. Now to the hands. Here goes St. Anthony's College. Playing in from deep.
Release, tackle, release.
Have they turned over position? No, they haven't. Now will they go to the boot? No, they don't. Still opting to run from inside their own half. St. Anthony's College just loses his footing with the fullback, but the Antonians still with possession, however bundled into touch.
Quickly taken there from St. Thomas's. St. Thomas's have a clear path to go over. That is their scrum off. Venuka, who goes over to score a very, very important try to keep St. Thomas's in the game.
Indeed, they are still in this game. The skipper, Venuka, takes matters into his own hands, took the quick tap, broke through the heart of that defense. Like a hot knife through butter he went, and there was no stopping him as he rounded it off closer to the uprights, making it easier for Mayanka Dias to add the extras.
20.
Taking his time is Mayanka Dias, and he makes no mistake. 21 points to 27, and boy oh boy, we have a game on here at London Place.
The last two tries completely caught us off guard, didn't it? It came ever so soon, and 21 points to 27.
Lightning striking not once but twice, and now it's just a 6-point game here at London Place, Kevin. Well, this game, it hasn't disappointed from the get-go, and it continues to give.
Leon Gill with the restart falls into the hands of Karuna Ratna.
Roll away, no hands. Back. Back, last foot.
St. Thomas's opting to go on their own.
Take an in.
This has been an entertaining game right from the beginning. Some space given there. Dropped, falls backward though. The rush defense coming in from the Antonians. They are adding pressure on the Thomians inside their 22.
They do have enough of time, Kevin. They just should not get tired by trying to play in the wrong part of the field.
Backwards.
They again losing the ball, but for their sake, they lose it backwards. Do the Thomians just need to clear their lines and cool down without playing this helter-skelter game of rugby.
You got it absolutely right, Mario. There is still 17 minutes to be played in this game, and it's just a 6-point game as of now, as far as the Thomians are concerned. And now they will bring in the clearance through Mayanka Dias.
And Mayanka Dias, his kick tried to be fielded, or rather was going to be collected by the winger for St. Anthony's College, but he made a hash out of it. Well, it's quite a bit of a questionable call there by Surang Arunashanta. I thought it did strike the Antonian's arm and go out.
It would be very interesting to have a close-up replay on it. And I think it is Pereira who has gone down there.
At the lane.
He's being checked by the minutes there. This is what happened. It's not Pereira, it is Wanika Surya. Tough landing, wasn't it?
Yeah, by the looks of it, he did seem to roll his ankle there. And he's getting a bit of tape on it. of the soft landing he would have hoped for. There you see that replay, and as he comes down, sure he rolls his ankle.
Oh my, doesn't look good at all. He's getting his ankle strapped. But he will have to get back on his feet to check whether he's okay or not.
He will no doubt have to run it off, Kevin.
Okay. Right. Out.
Brave from the young man.
Wait,
stay on the field. He knows that his team needs him.
Time back on.
Ekanayaka with the throw-in. Goes deep again. But somehow St. Anthony's hold on to position. Lianage to Kodikara. Kodikara to the bigger number 8, Gregory. Gregory not being allowed to release the ball there. Monstrous defensive performance from St. Thomas's.
Vijay Singh, that is, gets over the ball for St. Thomas's College and wins that turnover. So now, after clearing their lines, St. Thomas's College find themselves making their way just a few meters outside their opponent's 22-meter and are in red hot form to strike back.
But it certainly looks like the Antonians are in some kind of pressure. They know that it's just a 6-point lead. Yes, sir, they have enjoyed the lead for most parts of the game. But this is where the game gets interesting. 14 minutes to go, 6-point lead. Another try here for St. Thomas's will get them closer and closer. Karunaratne, the big Karunaratne bulldozes through. Has been brought down right at the 22-meter mark. Imran brought down there. Karunaratne again. Makes his way into the 22. St. Thomas's have not been given any space by the Antonian defense as of now.
No.
There have been quite a few occasions from similar positions where St. Thomas's have lost possession. They will be hoping that this won't be the same. Karunaratne to Udan. Udan's pass just goes or rather falls behind the number 22. And St. Anthony's, I just called it a while back that this was not the first time that St. Thomas's have made their way into good territory and lost possession.
Certainly not the first time in this game. Thomians were red hot on attack, but just unable to support the ball carrier, and they concede yet another penalty as we see that replay there. Through the back door it went, fumbled and collected by Sabir. It pinned his ears back, but once he made that extra roll, his supporting players were nowhere to be found, and St. Anthony's College win yet another pressure relieving penalty.
Goes deep again now with the throw in. Awan Ekanayaka, this time a good one. Here's
Not 10 meters. Number 7. You can't come.
Penalty for the Antonians because the Thomian defenders, the backline defenders, did seem to advance a bit too early. Now into the 22 go the Antonians. Here you see the replay there. The line out is not over, and before it is over, the Thomian defenders advance and they concede quite a soft penalty in favor of St. Anthony's College.
a very crucial liner throw coming up from Ekanayaka. Ekanayaka does well in that occasion. The maul of the Antonians have been broken, but the position has not been broken yet. Good work from the Antonian forwards to keep it in. But they have conceded a penalty quickly taken there by the Thomian skipper.
No hands.
Quick turnover, but referee Shankar Bekon calls it back and awards a scrum in favour of St. Thomas's.
Well, in fact, it's not a scrum. There was a hand in the ruck there, and the penalty goes in favour of St. Thomas's College. And now they have to clear their lines, put the ball into touch, and restart from there.
10 minutes to go. St. Anthony's with a 6-point lead. Quite often in this season, St. Thomas's have conceded points right at the brink of full time and lost matches. But can they do it the other way around here at CRNFC? If they do it, that will be a remarkable performance by them. But as far as the Antonians are concerned, the next 9 minutes will feel like 90 minutes for them. Johan Kingston there, being checked by the medic. It seems to be okay.
Quick test there by the doctor, and he seems to be cleared. Is the Antonian player.
Put out.
Now St. Thomas's College.
Time back on.
Through Udan. We'll be hoping to kick this as far as possible. Does the first thing right, does St. Thomas's. On
number
the
5,
50-meter line, they are. And what
Odrian.
sort of an attack can they spring about will be the question. First things first though, Kevin, they will have to secure the line out. And I think it was the commentator's curse there which struck them, because they make a hash out of it.
Very unfortunate there for the Thomians, and Anthony's with a high hanging kick doesn't get the ball to go forward, and Anthony's will be kicking himself rather.
Horrendous kick there by the little scrum half. Udan takes a quick tap.
Karunaratne being brought down to the ground, and Seneshka now.
No hands on the ground. No.
Charging through the Antonian defense, just outside the 20. Here's the big number 1, Pereira.
Tackle release.
Karunaratne. He has to play a huge part, but St. Anthony's have turned over possession there. From where did they do it?
Release.
This is good work from the Antonian defense.
Tackle release.
And they do have themselves a penalty quickly taken there yet again. But they will be dragged out of touch.
Was that really necessary for that quick tap to be taken for St. Anthony's College? They are in with the lead. They win the penalty. The little number 9, Disana Ekawel, in fact the skipper, just trying to do it all on his own. Would have been better off if he just calmed things down and punted it far into the touch.
Again goes deep with the line out, the Thomians. Not good. Quickly taken by the Antonian number 4 there.
Clear release.
There was Dinuka Jayasundar. Lienage now to Pereira. Pereira has numbers on the pass. Colorado's collection was not good. St. Thomas's have a clear path to go over and score, and they do through their number 30, which is Mukhtar, who makes it a 1-point game.
With the conversion to come. Well, this game has surely turned on its head. St. Anthony's were leading and comfortably doing so, but now they find themselves leading by just 1 point as Mukhtar collects the fumble and he sprints away about 50 plus meters. Mayank Dias now with a hush at London Place, lining up the conversion which will put them in the lead. Mayank Dias makes no mistake. He adds the extras, and St. Thomas's College, with about 6 minutes plus left on our clock, go in with a 1-point lead. And Kevin, are their fortunes turning on its head? Because in the last few games,
5 minutes more.
They were the ones finding themselves going
Captain,
behind in the last
more.
few minutes.
5 minutes
but
more.
Today, they are finding themselves in with a slender 1-point lead.
Remarkable turnaround. Lienage goes deeper with the kick. Falls straight in the hands of Karunaratne. It's
Now
still
beg your pardon. Sorry, Kevin. Now it's all about game management for St. Thomas's.
St. Anthony's gets possession. Kalpa Lakmina has no support, but he will make the ball available there. Pressure, final few minutes. Randir Pereira trying his best to get space there, but no space was given for him.
Release it!
This time it is the number 3, Saneth Ratnayake, who was brought down. Lienage. The skipper goes towards Shevin there.
Back, roll away. First roll away.
Nervy, final few minutes. Whoever holds their nerve will end up victorious. Yawane Kanayaka brought down to the feet. Here's Lienage to Randir Pereira. Randir puts in the pass to Kalpa Lakmina. Does he have the legs to go past this Tomian defense? Does well as of now to stay on his feet. Has taken the Antonians closer here. Is there another twist in the tail? Here's the big number 3 yet again. Saneth Ratnayake.
Advantage.
St. Anthony's slowly heading forward. Just a few inches away. Now the Eagles.
Advantage.
They have to be calm and composed. They can't commit any errors here. Do they go over? Is it held up?
Held up, but they will be coming back for the penalty advantage that the referee was playing. He had a couple of penalties, and makes a signal rather. Defensive line was offside by the Tomians. Now decision time, and they point to the posts. St. Anthony's College taking the safe option, but well, they will have to slot it through Kevin if they are to regain the lead.
Kalpa Lakmina, their top point scorer of the season, has a heavy task in his hands. If he gets this through rather, St. Anthony's will have a 2-point lead. Pin drop silence here at Longdon Place as Lakmina puts it out wide.
1.5 more. 1.5.
22-meter restart by the looks of it. Yes, it is. Kalpalakmina just hurried himself. That did not take enough time to calm things down. Now Bulat Singalage puts it as far as possible, bounces it into touch. Now St. Anthony's College, they will have to make their way all the way from inside their own half, and it won't be an easy task, but it's still a single point that separates the two teams. The onus is on St. Anthony's, Kevin.
We've had a tremendous game here at CER and FC. St. Anthony's trailing by 1 point, had the opportunity to get the lead with a 3-pointer, but Lakmin, nerves are playing on him. But St. Anthony's are on the move here. Omita Disanaika has the ball. St. Anthony's have made their way into the Thomian 50. Still a long way to go for the Antonians to get anywhere closer to that Thomian whitewash. Here's Kodikar. The Antonians haven't made a lot of changes.
For St. Thomas's, they know that they have to defend as if their lives depend on it and not give away a penalty as well.
Randir Pereira just kept it in. Good work there from Kunawardhana, if I'm not wrong. Tula. Pressure cooker here at Longdon Place, and the Thomians have recovered very well. And they have possession now.
Back. Time over.
Is that full time? It is full time. From nowhere did the Thomians come back into the game. This is a brilliant rugby and extraordinary scenes here at Longdon Place.
What a comeback by St. Thomas's College. They were pretty much down and out. However, from seemingly nowhere did they bounce back to secure this game, and the shield that comes with it. What a game of rugby we have had here at Longdon Place. St. Anthony's College leading for plenty of time in this game. In fact, for about 65 minutes it was St. Anthony's who were leading. But in the last few minutes, in the dying embers, through a try from the number 34, St. Thomas's Mukhtar, that is, he stole the show. And once Mayankadais added the conversion, well, the game turned on its head. St. Thomas's College, well, they win the game from pretty much nowhere.
Well, we do have to choose our Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match, Romario, which is caught up in the moment with everything that was going on about in the field. And now, who do you think should be our Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match?
Well, Kevin, there were a few players from St. Thomas's who put their hand up. I thought their hooker, he played his heart out. So did the lock forwards and even Karunaratne. But I think it'll go through to Venuka, skipper, who controlled the game. He also scored the try that brought them within touching distance. Did the little number 9, Venuka Vikramasuriya. And after Mukhtar scored and Mayankadais slaughtered over the conversion, they managed to pip St. Anthony's at the death. The full-time score reads 28 points to 27 in favor of St. Thomas's College, and well, the Antonians are looking on. They are looking on in disbelief.
Just a single point separating the two sides, and what a night it has been at Longdon Place. And we'll quickly have a look at.
Well, before we do that, what a sublime game of rugby we had here at London Place. Both teams went at each other, hammer and tongs. And the second half, well, St. Anthony's, they were in the driver's seat. However, few tries, the first coming by Seneshka Lienagunavadana, scoring in the far touchline. He scored. Conversion was successful by Mayanka Dias. Randhir set up the Antonian skipper as he dived over. Venuga Vikramasuriya, rather the Swiss Tech player of the match, scored a perfect try. And it was a perfect 7 when Mayanka Dias slotted over the conversion. He was flawless off the tee. And with moments left from this play by Mukhtar, stole the ball and he rather picked the pocket of his opponent and haired away besides the upright. Mayanka Dias, well, he had pressure on himself and he made no mistake with the extras. Before the play ended though, St. Anthony's College did have an opportunity to win the game, but they squandered the chance. The penalty went astray rather in front of the face of goal, and well, that meant St. Thomas's College hung on by the skin of their teeth. It doesn't get closer than this, as we see both teams scoring 4 tries. St. Thomas's, the difference was their 4 conversions versus the 2 from St. Anthony's and the solitary penalty. If they had slaughtered the penalty over, St. Anthony's would have finished the game with a win, but well, it wasn't meant to be. Fortunes changed for St. Thomas's. 3 games they found themselves losing by 3 points or less, but this time around against St. Anthony's, well, they somehow managed to bounce back and secure a single point win. Kevin, seated with me, he looks on in disbelief, as so does the youngsters watching on, the Antonian faithful. Venuga Vikramasuriya was the Swiss Tech perfect player of the match. And before we go any further, we will go in for a quick commercial break and be back with the presentation ceremony.
Watch it live, only on Dialog Television, the Dialog ViU app and ThePapare.com.
ඔබ SoftLogic Life customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක scan කරන්න, score එක check කරලා health එක manage.
Well, wait, hold on a bit. Welcome back to London Place. After a sublime game of rugby, St. Thomas's College find themselves winning the shield. Well, in fact, retaining the shield for yet another year. As the award ceremony is about to happen. We will go down for the presentation ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another huge round of applause for your winners.
St. Thomas's College been handed the Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Memorial Trophy as they retain it for yet another year. St. Anthony's, well, you can see their distraught faces as they go back to do their cool downs, but St. Thomas's, Venuka gracefully giving a bit of a kiss to the trophy as he lines his team around it. For one last time for this season, St. Thomas's College end the season on a high, defeating St. Anthony's by a solitary point. The final score read 28 points to 27 as the Thomians celebrate a hard-fought comeback victory as they retain the Reverend Father Angelo Rosati Memorial Trophy for the year 2025. Well, it has no doubt been an eventful evening of rugby here from London Place. Well, it has been a pleasure for us from the Papare to be able to bring you this game, and until we meet you next time from the Rugby Shield second leg, I'm Romario De Silva signing off for thepapare.com with Kevin alongside our technical and production crew. Thank you and good night.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.